Hi boys and girls, we are going to do another weather read aloud today, and we are going to learn all about tornadoes. We learned a little bit about tornadoes in the Wild Weather Around the World book that we read, but today we're going to be focusing all about tornadoes, and this book is by Brian Cassie. Tornadoes are very wild and dangerous storms. These storms do not happen often. When tornadoes do happen, people sometimes call them twisters. A tornado is a spinning storm with very, very strong winds. The winds spin in a circle. A tornado is shaped like a funnel or a cone. The tornado reaches from the clouds all the way to the ground. So this picture kind of shows the tornado spinning in that circle motion. And this shows how a tornado forms up in the clouds and then reaches down toward the ground. Some tornadoes are fat. Some tornadoes are skinny, but all tornadoes are powerful. Tornadoes form when warm, wet air meets cool, dry air high up in the sky. The warm air and the cool air have lots of energy. If the two types of air push each other hard enough, this can make a thunderstorm. This picture shows a really skinny tornado right here. They call those like rope tornadoes a lot of times. And then this shows when a storm is forming. Anybody remember what those clouds are called? Those big storm clouds from the book we read the other day? If you said cumulonimbus clouds, you are right. Thunderstorms are huge clouds with lightning and thunder. They also have strong winds. Tornadoes sometimes form in the middle of big, powerful thunderstorms. The air in the storm spins around very fast. It moves two ways. The air spins around in a circle. The air also moves up very fast in the middle of the circle. So this shows kind of what a tornado looks like at night. Tornadoes can be really scary at night because you can't always see them because of how dark it is, and you can really only see them when lightning flashes. So they're very dangerous at night since you can't see them very well. Sometimes the spinning winds drop down out of the clouds and reach the ground. When this happens, we call the storm a tornado. A tornado that forms over water is called a... Do you remember from the book we read the other day? What's a tornado called that forms over water? A waterspout. Waterspouts can be very fat or very skinny, just like tornadoes that form over land. So here's a picture of a tornado forming over a city. It does not say what city this is. The SunTrust. I don't recognize any of these buildings to be able to tell you what city it is, but that's a tornado forming over a city. And then here is a water spout that's forming over water. You may have seen pictures of tornadoes, but not many people will ever see a real tornado. Have you ever wondered what it is like to see a tornado in person? Before a tornado, the sky gets dark. Sometimes the clouds turn green. There's a picture of a very big storm going on up here and the tornado right here. Next, the wind starts to blow. Pretty soon it is really blowing. With the wind comes rain. It can rain very, very hard when a tornado is coming. With the wind and the rain come thunder and lightning. The wind gets even stronger. With the strong wind and bright lightning and booming thunder comes hail. Hail is balls of ice that form inside thunderstorms. Usually hail is small, but it can sometimes be as big as baseballs. And all of this kind of darker looking bluish stuff right here, this is actually what rain looks like from far away. Then, with all of the wind and rain and thunder and lightning and hail, comes the tornado itself. The winds in a tornado are the fastest on earth. They move much faster than the fastest race cars. They make an awesome noise as they spin around. I actually lived in Washington, Illinois when the tornado went through there, and it very much sounds like a freight train, like a very loud train that's coming through. I don't think at the time that I knew that that's what the loud sound was, because we were hiding in a closet until afterward when I saw what the tornado, the damage that it had done. That was when I realized that loud train sound was the tornado. Kind of sounds like that, or like when you're in an airplane and it's about to take off and it gets very loud. Sounds similar to that. Up close, a tornado sounds like 100 trains all zooming by at once. People who hear a tornado never forget the sound. Tornadoes are so powerful that they can pick up things and throw them in the air. Tornadoes can blow small buildings down. Oh, here's a picture of people recording a tornado. Not the safest thing in the world to be doing. And then here's a picture of it was either a house or a building that got torn apart by the tornado. Looks like it's in the middle of a field. In places where tornadoes are common, people have special tornado shelters under the ground. There's a picture of what an underground tornado shelter looks like. Some of you may have that at your house. We had that at our house where I lived in Washington, but unfortunately the wind was too strong by the time the sirens were going off for us to be able to get the door open. So that was why we hid in the closet. If there is no special tornado shelter, the basement is the best place to be. Never stay near a window, since the glass almost always breaks and flies around during a tornado. Scientists who study tornadoes have invented weather machines that tell them where tornadoes might form. The scientists call for a tornado watch if the weather looks like a tornado might happen. If a tornado is actually spotted, a tornado warning is given on television and radio. So a tornado watch is different from a warning. A watch means that there are some storms happening and it might make a tornado. A tornado warning means that there is a tornado that has been spotted and you need to make sure you take cover right away. Get to a basement or a bathroom close inside your house, or a closet somewhere where there's not any windows and things like that. People must pay attention to these warnings. They need to seek shelter right away if there is a tornado spotted in their area. So these are just some pictures of some storm trackers with some equipment that they have to kind of predict tornadoes. And a picture of a tornado at a farm. Where are tornadoes common? The United States has the most tornadoes in the world. The middle part of the United States and the state of Florida have the most tornadoes. The center of the United States, from Texas up into Nebraska and Iowa, has the biggest tornadoes. This area is called Tornado Alley. People who live in this part of the United States know what to do if a tornado comes. Florida has the most tornadoes, but not the biggest ones. Florida also has the most waterspouts. Tornadoes and waterspouts happen over much of the earth. Most of them form in spring and summer. So we're just coming up now on tornado season, which is why it's really important to know about tornadoes and what to do when they happen. Tornadoes usually form late in the afternoon, but not always. It was actually around 10:30 to 11 in the morning when the Washington tornado hit. So it can happen, and there's been plenty of tornadoes that have happened in the night when people are sleeping too. So they can happen at any time of day. Tornadoes are truly wonders of nature. Does anybody remember what this part of the book is called at the end, where it tells us the meanings of some of the bigger words that we learned in this book, like funnel, tornado alley, tornado warning, tornado watch? Do you remember what that part of the book is called from the book we read the other day? It is a glossary, and that's always at the end of a book. All right, I hope you enjoyed learning some more about tornadoes. Please check your homework packet or Google Classroom for your assignment for today.